Good afternoon. My name is Kavasi Garrett, and today I'm going to be talking about professional dispositions of learners. So, as a student who is working towards becoming a social studies educator, I want this presentation or this to be about the perspective of a future social studies educator and what I'll hold myself responsible for. So, I do think it's going to be my responsibility to teach students not only academic content, but also how to understand society, engage with diverse perspectives, and prepare them to become informed citizens. My experiences in education have helped shape my professional dispositions, my ability to respect diverse cultures and exemplify compassion towards all my students while also maintaining like a level of integrity that is passed down to each student I encounter is super important to me. And that's something I've shown in my current role as a SICA, and that's something I want to continue to show as a social studies teacher in the future. So my role includes continuously refining my planning and practice. Because social studies often involves complex, sensitive topics, reflection is essential. Teachers are going to be using formative assessments, collaborative planning, and professional development to ensure instruction remains culturally responsive, culturally responsive, and aligned with standards that are listed in task. So ultimately, teachers are responsible for upholding professional expectations by modeling respect, ethical behavior, intellectual honesty through collaboration with colleagues. We want to help advance the profession and ensure students receive a high quality education. So, like I mentioned earlier, my professional dispositions that I feel like I am extremely motivated to continue to uphold is the respect for diversity and compassion. Through my experiences, these have shaped my belief system and my core on how I operate as a teacher and how I operate in the classroom every single day. That just means I'm going to be able to support my students with a range of learning needs and cultural diversity. But before entering my classroom, I do think I need to still work on cultural competence. I think that's something that's super important, being able to just navigate more into it. No one's perfect when it comes to navigating diversity and different cultures and communities, but the more professional development I get into, the more I'll be able to just continue to get into that mastery of that. Confidence in facilitating discussions about sensitive social studies topics in ways that are respectful, inclusive, and historically accurate. So how do I do that? I got to eliminate personal biases. And personal biases are, whether explicit or implicit, can significantly impact social studies teachers because our subject deals with cultures, identities, politics, etc., inequalities, and these unexamined biases can reduce my ability to be empathetic, express compassion, especially towards students who these subjects are going to be surrounding. It's going to also lead to me lowering my expectations for certain groups based on if I have any preconceived notions and stereotypes based for each population. It's also going to influence how I interpret behavior. I might assume that a student's behavior is linked to their direct background instead of just assuming assumptions are going to happen, and that can't happen in the classroom. Biases can cause teachers to misjudge a student's level of intelligence, motivation, or capability, particularly students from marginalized communities. Research shows that teacher biases can and have tangible effects on a student's achievement and self-perception. And so as a professional, the expectations regarding bias are going to be reflect on and identify my own biases. I have to continuously seek training and professional development and cultural responsive teaching. I have to make decisions based on evidence, not assumptions, and then approach every student with equity, fairness, dignity. And then for when it comes to upholding academic and professional integrity, I just have to make sure as a teacher I'm committed to upholding integrity, accurately presenting historical and civic information, respecting student confidentiality and ethical boundaries, creating a classroom where all voices are valued and respected, engaging in continuous reflection and professional learning. Integrity also just means I have to model the democratic values. We expect students to practice honesty, equity, responsibility, respect. All that to be said is, as we grow as teachers and we grow in this profession, and to grow this profession, students need to be heard, respected, and seen. And when it comes to diversity and equity and inclusion, it is super important to make sure that our students are feeling supported. And when it comes to just compassion, every student that walks into our classroom deserves a level of compassion that we expect them to also give us, because we're all humans. I'm Kafasia Garrett. Thank you for your time.